Magee Moneyline. Garrett's going to give you guys a couple of games he feels pretty confident about as far as sports betting goes for this last couple of minutes here. I'll let him take it away there.
All right, so I have two parlays that I'm really enjoying. One that I consider the more safe, the more guaranteed type one to hit, and this one includes spreads.
Mm-hmm.
My first one this first one's a 4-leg parlay. So the first leg of the parlay is the Bills to win by 10 at Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Number two of that leg is the New England Patriots to beat the Panthers just by any amount.
Mm-hmm.
My third is the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Broncos by at least 3 points.
Yeah.
And my fourth is the Colts to beat the Jets by at least 3 points. So I want to say those odds were, I can't remember what this ones are, but they were around around plus 400-ish, around there.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I think it seems like a pretty safe bet on all those, right? Like, this isn't not me saying these are all pretty guaranteed. I would say minus the Patriots Panthers one, right? The Panthers have been struggling lately.
Yeah.
But that one is a little more up in the air, you could say. But we all believe the Cowboys should probably blow out the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts should blow out the Jets unless Mike White decides to go off and throw another 400-yard bomb on us. And the Bills should beat the Jags.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think so. This one would not. I would say isn't a upset type of parlay. This is just my parlay that I created that I thought was seems very more likely to win than not.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
So my second one is a little more. I wouldn't even say it doesn't seem as more sketchy or long. The odds are a little greater on this one, but I don't think they're. I just like the odds on them, and that's why I went with them.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's only a 3-leg one, and I still like the New England Patriots at Panthers to win.
Really?
That's So I believe the Patriots, especially last week. I think they played really well last week, and the Panthers have been struggling late. So and the Patriots are only a negative 190 favorite in that.
Interesting.
Money line. So when you think about sports betting, if you're below a negative 200 or plus 200, I would put that as in the odds believe it's around a 50-50 type game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I don't believe the Patriots are a 50-50 type game in that one at all.
Yeah.
Which in this one, which is even more surprising to me, maybe it's because I don't know if there's been any injury news or something like that. The Los Angeles Chargers to beat the Eagles is only a negative 130 right now. Which means that's greater odds for the Patriots. So that means that they think the Eagles have a better chance of beating the Chargers than they do the Patriots have beating the Panthers, which is an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah. Who's home for the Chargers game?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think that I get the Eagles put 40 on the Lions, and they looked really good.
Uh-huh.
They put 44 on the Lions. I get that. But it's still the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen them face good teams, and they face good teams. They don't look good. And I think Chargers have been struggling maybe a little bit of late to get going a little bit more. I understand that. But negative 130 money line seems a little undervalued to me.
Mm-hmm.
And here, this is the only one that would be considered upset because I'm in the plus. For plus 115, I went the money line. It hurt me to do it, but the Cleveland Browns to beat the Cincinnati Bengals this week.
Wow, interesting. Even with all that's going on with Baker and Stefanski and Odell and all that?
I mean, Odell hasn't been playing this whole week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this whole year. I ride with I don't believe
home, and you still
they are.
They can't pull that one out at home, huh?
It's not that I don't believe. I believe more in the Browns.
Wow.
I think that they played the Steelers well. I understand the Steelers aren't
bad offense.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel exactly about the Steelers, but I don't think the Browns by any means are a bad team. I think the Bengals are just so inconsistent at times too. Is Jamar Chase going to score a touchdown on Sunday? Yes, he will. Yeah. He's going to. Mm-hmm. He's guaranteed one a game. But I still think that that Browns defense is our offensive line is not going to do well with it, I believe. And this just feels like it feels like we had our run personally as a Bengals fan. It feels like we had our run, and I think we're about to come down back to earth.
All right. Well, you heard it there first from a Bengals fan himself. He's got the Bengals getting upset by Cleveland this week. That's going to be Magee's money line for this week. As he said, I'll run back down through what I got. He had on his first parlay, he had the Bills to win by 10 New England to win by anything. Dallas over Denver in a blowout. What was that fourth team you had in that parlay?
3 points. 3 points by Dallas and 3 points by the Colts to win by the Jets.
And the Colts over the Jets, right? And then what was your second one again?
That's one I would really look at. If you're like, that's the one I really like. I was like, that's the one I think has a better chance of hitting for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then your second one again, real quick, run through it.
Was the Patriots money line, the Chargers money line, and the Browns money line.
Nice. Well, there is the first edition of Magee's Money Line. We'll keep running that through the rest of the year if we can. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun with that. But with that being said, we got about a minute left in the show. Really happy to have Garett on. It makes talking to a second person about the whole season makes it a whole lot fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will catch you next week, guys. Thank you guys for listening.